Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, 1 second. What's up, guys? Boffer, Alex Noel, Konsei, how you guys doing, man? Today has been so crazy. Today managing 9 to 5 and this content thing and trading. You know, Doretto, what's going on? How you guys doing? What's happening with you guys? I need to adjust some things on the chart as well. Just got home, immediately into streaming, guys. Yeah, man. The work sometimes gets crazy, and yeah, it's a little bit. Today was a little bit madness in terms of the work. We're not gonna complain. We're not gonna complain. We are here. The stream is live, guys. Today we have a little bit more energy as well. The stream is live. Finally, let's see what the markets bring us. Oh man, what I hate when my 9 to 5 gets in the way of trading. It's like, these are the, like, can I be honest with you guys? In those moments, Rowie, what's going on? In those moments, I'll be honest with you guys. In those moments, I'm like, life would be easier if I would sell a course, right? I'm never gonna sell you a course. Don't worry, I'm never gonna have anything paid trading related. It's not gonna change. But in those moments where I'm like, if I would just have some kind of other income besides trading, it would be so easy to manage this trading and streaming and making content and everything. Like you have, guys, you have no idea how much I want to do this thing full time. Make content and trade. Like that will be the ideal. Like especially on days like today. It's so difficult. It's like you're doing something you don't want to do that doesn't pay you so well. It gives you safety, right? 9 to 5 doesn't make you rich. It gives you safety. And yeah, the days like this is like, yeah. Cyfrost, looking official today. Thank you. I'm straight from the office. But what the market is doing today? Let's see what the market. We have coming inside the orb again. Getting rejected from the VWAP, man. I haven't had time to focus on the market for many days now. It's a little bit sad, but wait. This is a nice rejection of 15 minutes. Let's see. The 4-hour candle is closing. We are going back in the orb. Let's let this market play out a little bit. Today losing money with style. We are not losing money here. Don't tell me we are losing money. No, honestly, guys, I have a dinner today with my family. I haven't seen my family for a long time. So I'm gonna leave a little bit early, but we have time. We have time, but I came straight from the office. Thank you guys for the compliments. I came straight from the office, and now I'm gonna keep those clothes because I'm gonna go to dinner in 1 hour and 45 minutes. So we have 1 hour and 45 minutes straight streaming, trading, everything that's included in that package. But market wants to go down, huh? Market, and I don't want to miss shorts. You know me, I love my shorts. It's looking thumpy. We are inside the orb again. Let's see how those candles close, but it seems that we want to go inside the orb again. Oh, tomorrow is Friday, huh? Fridays, as a trader, they're a little bit sad because you can't trade. But if you have a 9 to 5, how you guys treating your 9 to 5 with trading? How you guys are doing on busy days like today? I had super busy day on my 9 to 5. I couldn't leave the office early. I wanted, of course, I want to be streaming every day when it's time to stream, but how are you guys handling your 9 to 5s? Let me know in the chat. I would be so interested. Like, how do you have time to trade and handle your 9 to 5? Hell yeah, I make most cash when it's bearish. Me too. I know how to short so much better than I know how to long. That's for sure. Even if if you look at my statistics from the beginning of those XFAs, let's put 1st November until today, right? Man, my statistics are looking fine as hell, huh? Simple, just don't have one. Losing mental capital in 9 to 5. Man, my statistics look good. My least profitable day is minus 173. I mean, that's the only red day. Okay, now I see. I have taken 444 trades in that time. So since from November, these stats are from November until now. My best trade was 1.7k. My worst trade was minus 566. Nice. My BNL curve looks sick, huh? This is November. My BNL curve looks stable. But what I wanted to see is how much of the... Oh, look at this. I have total shorts 300 and total longs 150. I round them a little bit, but you see the statistics. So I allow shorts more than longs. Let's see if that's the case today as well. One screen on 9 to 5, the second screen on charts, 1 year on 9 to 5, second year on your stream. Haha, Doretto, I love you, my man. Always here, even if the 9 to 5 is still there. I own my business and make a good money, but damn, I really only want to trade, so I plan and plan. But like today it didn't matter, I'm trying to go finish up a job. Man, at least you have your own business, your own boss, but I know what you mean. And Garax, I wish you luck in your journey. We got this. We will be full-time traders. That's the end goal, right? We're gonna make content. We're gonna be full-time traders. I don't know the content part for you, but man, I wish at some point that content making will start paying me as well, right? Because again, I'm not gonna monetize you guys. Never gonna monetize you guys. But I just hope we will get some kind of monetization on the YouTube, or I don't know, some kind of monetization from the content, man. If it will match my job salary, I will quit immediately. No matter how much I plan, seems like I always have to do something. And that's the part of owning your own business, Garax. Quit my job as a professional cook and day trading in my reserves. Drunkenness, what's going on? What's going on? Drunkenness has been here since the very first streams in December when we started streaming. Also quit about a year ago, full-time trading. Alex, how are you doing as a full-time trader? I feel I need to have so much financial reserve to be a full-time trader in order to have the mental reserve, right? I feel they are really like correlated in a sense. That the only way you have mental reserve or mental safety is when you have financial safety. Because the only way I will go to full-time trading if I have so much savings that I don't care about money for 1 year, and then I will just make extra money with trading. I do weekends when needed for deployment and bugs. Man, some people are here already full-time traders. You are my inspiration, guys. You truly are my inspiration. Soon. I only started being profitable after quitting. As you say, mental reserves are important and they were trained every day to the 9 to 5. That's interesting. So you found more comfort in trading full-time than you did before you was doing it on full-time. That's really interesting. I mean, yeah, you're only focused on trading, right? you're only focused on trading. In my case, it will be also focused on content creation, but content creation for me comes together with trading because my content is about trading, right? So they go hand in hand. So but the thing is, I'm quite expensive person. Like, my expenses are quite high in a sense to quit my job. I mean, at some point I will draw the line, for sure. I just saw yesterday one trader who was the opposite of me. He's a full-time content creator, full-time trader, but he has been trading for 8 years and he's still not profitable. And he said he makes money from the content creation. For me, it's the opposite, right? Some can say that I am a profitable trader and I don't make any money with content. 100% it is. Then I started to take it seriously and not eating evils, but in the end of all of that is that very person. Alex, do you also have a live account, or do you do full-time trading with the prop firms? That's also super interesting for me to know if you can handle full-time trading only on prop firms, because my fear a little bit is like, if I will know that I will have option to copy trade until the end of the time, I will go full time right now, because copy trading gives you so much leverage in terms of multiplying your profits, right? But if I know that my future is in the hands of one account, I will be more cautious of going full time, because I feel like I need to make so much more with each trade. I'm trading full time too, being a trophy boyfriend over here. Yeah, for me it's the opposite. I have a trophy girlfriend. ES retest, yeah, I see it as well. I might jump into shorts if we close into this orb. This is looking juicier and juicier for shorts. Some might say why you don't long on the retest, but the reason is I'm still bearish. I still have a bearish bias, and you probably know my reasons. I have a bearish bias because we haven't taken over any major EMAs. As long as you're under those major EMAs on 4 hour daily, we are under 9 EMA, right? Then I have a bearish bias. That blue one, yeah, we are underweight, and we got rejected on a daily 9 EMA. I think I want to jump into shorts soon. If we close this candle into the orb, I might jump into shorts, guys. Right now it's looking bullish, but it's not looking super bullish. If in 8 years trading you are not profitable, then you should consider stop doing it. Yeah, man, everyone has their own journey, right? Some achieve profitability quickly, some take more time, and we are closing. I mean, we have 20 seconds until this candle closes. But I'm ready to execute quite soon. Do you trade gold? No, only NQ. I trade NQ until it stops working for me. Right now NQ is working extremely well for me. Okay, we closed DS into the orb. NQ didn't close into the orb. I'm starting to trust this is a short setup unless ES closes outside of the orb again. I'm ready to press the button. I want to see what ES is doing. ES is fighting with the orb high. If it fails this orb high, I'm going short. Let's see how this finishes. Yes, I'm checking my another monitor for this one. If this is an orb retest, then we should look for longs. If not, if ES is not trading in, we have 3 minutes. We have 4 minutes until this candle closes. I want to go short so badly, but I want some kind of confirmation. Let me see 1 second. No, yes. We have 3 minutes. The question is, should I wait for the candle close or not? New York VWAP is holding ES currently. NQ is coming into the orb now as well. I'm so ready to press this button, guys. It's 50 points SL. I think I'm gonna preempt this. We'll see. Yes, I think I'm gonna jump. Yep, I jumped into one. I will wait until this 5-minute candle closes to see what I'm gonna do with this trade. So the thing what I'm monitoring right now is what ES is doing. If ES doesn't close outside of the orb again, I think this short will work out extremely well. If ES closes outside of the orb again, then my short is fucked. We'll see, we'll see. The candle closes everything. It's 2 minutes. I just hate how I tried to trade at the end of the day when I finally had a chance, and I know I forced it because I wanted to trade. I lost because of it. Yeah, that's the worst thing, I know. As soon as you need to force trades because you want to trade, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, ES is doing kinda what we want, but it's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed yet. We have 1 minute and 35 seconds before I decide the rest of this trade status. I think this is not. We'll see. The thing what I'm monitoring is this candle right now on ES, right? NQ is now closing into the orb as well, but I don't really care what NQ will do regarding the orb if ES closes inside of it, because I trust ES to be more stronger in that sense. But if ES closes any candle outside of the orb again, then it's so-so. We'll see. We are in short right now. We are already up, but that's nothing. I just noticed I have 1 minute delay when with your live. Interesting. I will see if I can do something with the delay after this stream. I never set any delay myself. Maybe it's automatic, I'm not sure. I like short more due to the lower SMAs held on YM and RTI. I like shorts anyway until we are past those EMAs, right? We can still have bullish days like yesterday, but honestly I feel that we'll see. ES is okay. ES is still. Oh, NQ now closed the candle into the orb as well. Okay, so as long as we don't close candles outside of the orb, I'm not gonna do anything with this trade. I will just let it play out. If this 5-minute candle closes outside of the orb, I'm gonna exit manually. Look at this. But it's the candle opening, right? We have 4 minutes until the candle close. I'm willing to sit in this trade to see the candle close. Also, the tech is mostly weak, just pumped mostly on very few stocks, while other tech stocks are already lost nearly half from the all-time high. Yeah, the tech is quite weak. We'll see if we have shorts here, or I mean, if we close 5-minute candle outside of this orb again, I'm just gonna close my short. I'm gonna find a new trade because that will invalidate the reason why I got into this trade. I'm hoping right now there is a chance we're gonna make divergence, but we'll see. We have 4 minutes until I do anything with this trade. We have 4 minutes until I do anything with this trade. But right now it's looking, it wants to go outside of the orb again. We'll see. We'll see, honestly. It's I'm with 1 micro. That's the good thing with 1 micro. You can kind of preempt the trade, wait for confirmations, and if you're wrong, you don't lose much, right? I can enter into the next trade with 2 micros and it's completely different story. Then if NQ makes new high and then we close the candle out inside the orb again, because 3 minutes is a long time for 5 minutes candle. Whew, today was busy day. Oh, today was busy day. Let's see what the NQ does. We have 3 minutes until this candle closes. We might get divergence here where NQ makes new high, ES fails to do it, and then I will scale in with 1 more contract if it happens, or if we close back into the orb, or if we close outside of the orb, I'm gonna close this trade completely. Let's see what the market gives us. I don't have much time to trade today, so I'm trying to win early and quickly. 2 minutes before I decide what I do with this trade. Okay, NQ wants to make new high, that's good. If ES doesn't, that will have another confluence. The only thing I don't want to see is any candles closing outside of the orb. Okay, now we are moving aggressively out. Aggressive candles, huh? We have quite an aggressive movement on the market. I hope so, because yesterday was quite quiet. For 3 hours we sat in a trade. The trade I took on a stream, I had to wait 3 hours to make money. The market just decided to not move for 3 hours. It was crazy. But the trade we took on stream ended up really nicely, made some money. And that's why we wait for candle close, because right now it looked like it wants to break out from the orb. Now it looks like it's not gonna break out from the orb. So that's good. That's good. I would even have preferred for this trade to make new high on NQ. To create divergence, right? NQ makes new high, ES doesn't make new high, and then you have a nice divergence on your plate as well. But this is a definitely reversal orb, and we have 39 seconds until this candle closes. If we have any candle close outside of the orb, I might take a loss. I mean, it's right at my entry, so nothing major yet. 25 seconds, and then we decide what to do with this trade. 20 seconds, guys. 17, 16, 15. Little bit more patience. Little bit more patience. What's the 1 minute time frame showing us? 5 seconds. And we closed outside of the orb. I don't like this trade so much anymore, to be honest. I don't like this trade anymore so much. I don't like this trade so much, to be honest, anymore. I will see how this 5 minute candle develops, but honestly, might take a small loser here and then find a new trade, because I need some kind of confirmation to stay in my trade, right? And we didn't get it. Let's see. Might be wiser to close this trade soon. It's still very undecisive with the orb high. When you explain the strategies, do you mean when? This orb strategy that I'm trading right now is in my last YouTube video. I'm just not, I have a bearish bias because high time frame EMAs, and we don't have breakout from the orb, and now we are going back down. I will wait for this 5-minute candle as well, because this is generating a new information that we might close. We might close into this orb again. We are really fighting with this orb high, which is kind of good for my short, because if the orb high gives up, then, and here we go, here we go, here we go. This is amazing. This is amazing. But we wait for this 5-minute candle close. Nothing is decided until this 5-minute candle close. Give myself another 5 minutes. I mean 3 minutes now. And then we are off to the races, whether we take the loser or we keep this trade going. Yeah, it's 2 minutes to wait. 2 minutes is okay to wait. We're really fighting with this orb high. Really fighting with this orb high. Which is kinda good, to be honest. But Laurent, I'm playing the inverse orb and kind of preemptive orb to the downside in a sense. My last YouTube video is only focused on this strategy. Divergences between those two indexes, how they act with the orb. That's the only confluence I use right now. And of course the bearish bias comes from the fact that we are unable to take any high time frame EMAs. We are not taking back the daily EMA. Like, we even got rejected today. Of course the daily candle closes in I don't know what time, right? It's a long time to go, but 4 hours we are still under those EMAs. We are even under the 9 EMA on 4 hour. On 1 hour we are under those EMAs. Like, EMAs are telling us kind of the daily bias, and now we just let the trade to play out. First candle of the 15-minute and decide buy or sell. The first 15 minutes just gives you this blue range, and then you take trade based on how it acts with this blue range. That's the orb. You mark the first 15-minute candle high and low, which is this blue zone of the New York Open, first 15 minutes, and then you do what I'm doing right now, where you observe what the market is doing with this blue zone, right? If it's gonna hold this high, the 15-minute resistance, if it's gonna hold it as a support like it's doing right now, it makes sense to look for longs, because you're playing the orb breakout to the upside. If you break inside of it, it shows the weakness of bulls, and it kind of indicates that we might even go lower to break the orb low, and then we have a breakout to the downside. So I'm kind of preempting it, but right now we have 9, 8, 7, 6. We are not closing any candles into this orb again, so I might just close this trade. We are not pushing really up as well, but I feel it's getting wiser and wiser to close this trade, because it's not showing me what I wanted to see, or it doesn't confirm my reasoning why I entered into this trade. So I will see. We are still at the orb high, we are still playing out, we are still not having a breakout to the upside, which would make me exit this trade immediately. But I'm getting more and more convinced that I shouldn't be in this trade anymore, because I given 2 5-minute candles to close back into the orb. We are not doing it, so it's wiser to me for maybe exit the trade, look for the new trade, accept a small loser, and just move on. But we'll see. We're still not. We don't have strength to the upside, and that's what makes me want to keep this trade a little bit longer. What time frame you enter, 3 or 5, doesn't matter. Can be 3, can be 1 minute, depends on the chart I'm looking at. Can be 15 minutes if I'm looking for trend continuation. I'm waiting for the like let's say we have a heavy breakdown to the downside, I miss the trade, I wait for 15 minute 9 EMA retest. If it happens, then I enter on 15 minutes. There is no clear timeline which I prefer for executing, and I think we are back into the orb. It kinda wants me to stay in this trade, but kinda also not. We are holding this orb high, which is good for longs, but at the same time we are also like testing this orb high a lot, which can be a good signal to keep this short going. Let's see, can we get some momentum to the downside? It's playing on the orb high, I'm waiting. That's probably the wisest thing to do. We are really on the make or break on the orb high to the long side, right? Everyone wants to see what happens with this orb retest, but at the same time we are retesting with the orb range continuously. Stochastic is super overbought, that's good for me. 3 minutes is also overbought. It's a patience game. It really is a patience game. We have how many? We have 3 minutes until this. Only trade New York Open. I only trade New York, not only New York Open. But I try to get the trades in the first 2-3 hours of the New York Open. Like, I don't usually trade when it's 3 hours after New York Open. There are some exceptions, but usually that's not the case. And we are going for 200 points, so we have if you go such a big play like I am, which is 200 points, which is a lot, right? Sometimes it's wiser to wait for confirmations, because I'm preempting something. Still on the winning streak? Yes, my man, still on the winning streak. Still green for 4 months. I can show this every day until it's not there anymore, right? But still on the green streak. And we'll see. Still on the winning streak. Okay, we are now closing candle into the orb again. Thank God I waited for this candle. That's really good. That's amazing for this short. We are closing the candle, you see guys? We are closing the 5-minute candle into the orb again. That's perfect. London Open, I don't care about London much. I do check the price when London is going on, but I don't trade London so much. I feel London is too slow for me. It's whatever happens in London in those 6 hours or whatever until the market is open for New York. New York can do what London does in 6 hours in 5 minutes. So I don't like to wait for my trades long time. I don't like to sit in a trade for 5 hours, and I feel London kind of forces you to wait. Okay, we closed back into the orb. Nice. Now the short is still valid. Let's see how the candles develop. But we closed candles. You doing break even? Usually break even is if I would be inside of this trade with 2 contracts. I will TP with 1 contract at some point, and then I will go to break even with my other contract, right? If I have partials, then I go to break even. If I'm with 1 contract, I either trail my stop loss at some point, which right now is way too early. How big do you set your stops normally? There is no really size for the stop loss in terms of how big they are. It's more where the trade idea is invalidated. When the trade, like, it needs to confirm that if my stop loss hits, then whatever idea I had for the trade is not relevant anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Man, this market is a little bit bipolar, huh? It's okay, we opened the new 15-minute candle, that's why it's like this. But this, now we are outside of the orb again. We are doing a little fake outs to both sides. We'll see if it now closes 5-minute candle. Right now my trade idea is invalidated if we actually start closing those candles outside of the orb. So we have a little bit mixed bag here. We have closing into the orb the last 5-minute candle. Now we closed 5-minute candle into the orb outside of the orb again. So my trade idea is invalidated if this if we start closing those 5-minute candles again outside of the orb. If this candle right now in 3 minutes closes outside of the orb, that's again takes my trade idea away. The reason why I'm in this trade is because we closed candles into the orb. Now we're closing outside of the orb. Any break to the upside, I will close this trade manually. That's the beauty of trading only 1 micro, especially with my account size. I don't really need to set stop loss if price is so close to my entry and I'm waiting for confirmation. I'm gonna lose 100, 200. So you only trade New York and only NQ. Yes, only New York and NQ. That's the recipe for this green calendar. That's every single trade here has been taken on NQ, nothing else. And my whole theory behind it is why change something that works, right? If something works really well, why should I change it? And look at those fake outs. Now we are closing candles outside of the orb again, but I wouldn't mind whatever is happening right now because we just opened new 15-minute candle. Can be a major fake out, we'll see. But my general rule, if you're trading crypto, trade only 1 coin. Understand the coin, whether it's Solana, I recommend Solana or Ethereum. I think the levels are really straightforward if you look at the chart. If you trade crypto, if you trade gold, stick with gold if it works for you, right? Nothing works for me, maybe because you are jumping from one thing to another. Try to stick with one symbol and then understand what's working for you. Understand your winning what strategy is working on certain symbols, and then understand like it's only up to you to matter out what works for you, right? It's only matter to you, like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And like I found out at some point that this NQ works really well because I have been following NQ for God knows how much time, and I might close this trade really soon and accept a small loser here. I try NQ with the trend line. I mean, trend lines are good, but I don't think they are good enough to be just a strategy on their own, right? Are we gambling or trading? We are always only gambling, we are never trading. Let's see, we have 16 seconds until this candle closes. I might close this trade because we are closing the 5 minutes outside of the orb. Wait, I have a little bit. We have ES and NQ. We are making, let's see if we create divergence. We've closed the candle again outside of the orb, so my short idea is invalidated. The last thing that will give me in this short is whether we have divergence, whether one of them, if they will take out this high simultaneously or together, and we don't create any divergence, I'm gonna take a loss and just find a new trade. We'll see. This market is a little bit undecisive what it wants to do with this orb, right? We closed into this orb, now we closed back into this orb. We are holding the New York VWAP fairly well, like actually super well. And if we're gonna retest this orb, we'll see. This market doesn't have direction yet, but now I'm leaning more and more longs on a short time frame, but we'll see. Let the market tell you what you need to do, right? Market market will tell you when to close your trade, accept the loser, or when to close your winning trade. It will tell you itself. Market generates information and then you need to make decision based on the information. Is this... we'll see. Only trade with Topstep? Yes, I only trade with Topstep. Only Topstep. Because I have 3 accounts, right? I mean, I have 4 accounts actually. But since I have 4 or 3 accounts, I can... any profits you see is multiplied by 3 or 4, depends how many trades I copy trade. Right now I copy trade 3 accounts. So all my profits are multiplied by 3. And that's what makes me want to trade on Topstep. That's the reason what keeps me in Topstep. Honestly, I mean, this is we are in range, right? Lost all my gains of the last 4 trading days today. This market is choppy as fuck. It is choppy as fuck. How you trade if you work 7 from 7? I don't work from 7 to 7. I work from 10 to 5, and the market opens 30 minutes after. So the market opens 30 minutes before I officially end my work. And usually, since I have an office job, I'm able to kind of navigate my day in a way that once the market is open, I don't focus on work anymore. I only focus on trading and streaming. And as you saw today, some days I'm late to my stream because the work takes more time than I expect, and some days I can start exactly when I want. Let's see if ES makes new high and NQ doesn't, or vice versa. That's my last piece to stay in this trade or close it. If they both take out this high, I don't see any need to stay in this trade. Just accept the loser and find a new trade. And usually I keep, for the new viewers, I always have like 3 bullets in my magazine, right? And what I mean by that is I give myself 3 trades per day. If I lose the first one, I give myself 2 more trades. If I win the first 2 trades, I might not take the 3rd trade. Obviously it depends on the timing of the market, it depends on the setup and everything. But my general lose is, I think I'm gonna lose this trade. I'm gonna lose about 100. And if I lose this trade, then in that case, I would give myself 2 more trades. If I lose them as well, that will be my first red day. How do you find new trades? You let the market to give you a setup. You find a trade by market giving you a setup, right? Like it's wiser. It's not wise to. No, Laurent, you don't take the trade in the first 15 minutes. You take the trade based on the first 15-minute orb, but there's other setups as well, right? If you're gonna be super bullish for the day, if you're gonna really start breaking out to the upside, I might look for longs on the 9 EMA retest on 15 minutes. You find a new trade by finding a setup. The market needs to give you a setup. I'm not gonna find a new trade just for the sake of it. Oh, it's a new trade. I'm gonna enter a new trade if the setup comes. If the setup doesn't come, I might not take the next 2 trades. It's what market gives you, but it still doesn't have strength to go up, to be honest. Even if the orb is telling us to long, I don't see the strength. My theory will be, let's see how this, let me recolor this, let's see how this high acts. If only one makes new high and the other one doesn't, I will keep my trade on. If not, I will close. You don't need to say sorry, it's okay, you can ask any question you want. That's how we learn. You ask questions and no question is stupid. No question is stupid, my friend. But the market right now doesn't have any direction whatsoever. And if ES makes a new high and NQ doesn't, that would be amazing. These highs, what do we have? This is where we are in terms of the volume profile. We are bouncing from the last week POC. This white line is POC. It means the last week. It's the last week most traded. The most volume was traded here, where this white line is. So if we keep bouncing from that, I start to believe into longs, but this market is a little bit lacking strength. Yes, oh, we might get divergence, guys. We'll see. ES is pushing for a new high. NQ is not pushing for a new high yet. We'll see. This green line is my so to say decision whether I stay in this trade or not. We are definitely chopping. How's the okay, we are closing 15-minute candle. So we got rejected 2 times on this 15-minute 100 EMA, and now we might close candle above it. There's many things that will happen in the next 2 minutes that will give me a lot of indication whether I should stay in this trade or not. A lot of information pieces. And like, one thing you need to understand, guys, losing is part of trading. I need to mute my microphone really quickly, guys, because and I'm back, guys. Market is not doing anything. We'll see. But right now we are closing 15-minute candle really quickly as well. Man, I was a little bit getting hyped for this short since we started closing 5-minute candle into the orb again. This few candles back, right? And then the market was nope. We are not closing into the orb again, and now NQ wants to go to the orb low again. Orb high, sorry. We'll see. We'll see. No major movement yet. We are still chopping. I saw someone losing money with this chop, and I understand completely how, because this I wanted to check how's the okay. I wanted to check how's the no pair traps, no bull traps. I'm starting to favor longs more than shorts, but I'm not closing this trade until they both take out this green line, right? We can still make divergence, meaning one takes out this previous high, the other one doesn't, and that will be like quite juicy for the short if it happens. Right now this market is still chopping. If you're not in the trade, I honestly don't advise you to be in a trade as well. I think this is really a coin flip area, I would call it, where the market doesn't have direction and you can get caught without your pants, right? The market will decide direction, and then if you're on the wrong side, it's not looking good. Let's see what the rest of the market is doing. Dow Jones is pumping, everything is, yeah, I mean it's starting. I would favor longs now more, but I don't favor them until we take out this green, this high. I don't favor them until we take out this high. My short is still open, by the way. We'll see. We'll see. Now we are approaching it. If they take out this green, this high simultaneously, if they both take it out, then this trade is a loser. I'm risking about $100, and if only one of them takes this, then I will. If only one of them takes, then I will set the stop loss based on that high, right? Let's say if ES makes new high, then my idea to stay in this short is NQ doesn't take out this high, and then I can put my stop loss exactly above this high, because that would delete the whole trade idea that will keep me in this trade. But so far we are super choppy again. Reminds me a little bit yesterday, where market really doesn't have any direction whatsoever. Let's see. How's your trading, guys? Have you had any trades yet? I saw some people losing a little bit because of this chop, and it's understandable as well, right? You as soon as you try to chase anything right now in this market conditions, if you chase longs, you might get chopped out because it's really not having any direction. I would say it's more favorable for longs, but there's no confirmations yet. And if you're chasing shorts, it's kind of the same thing. Was green now slightly red? I mean, the trading session is, we have a long time until the trading session closes. I threw a 4-hour fair value gaps. Still in 2 trades since US Open. Lost this morning so far because of the chop. Yeah, this chop can be, you wanna play it with the small size, that's for sure. The market doesn't have direction right now, but I kind of favor more longs, to be honest. But it doesn't scream to me that long. Like usually when there is a really good setup, market kind of screams at you, right? Why are you not taking trade? And right now it's not screaming it. Let's see. We still have time. We have time. I have 1 hour until I need to leave for dinner. I have a little small family dinner today. I'm meeting with my family. I haven't met my family for a long time. I think I haven't seen my family for months. So I'm gonna meet with my family, have a nice dinner. Let's hope the market will do something before I leave. That's the most important thing, that we get some kind of movement. I don't see any contradiction, probably later in the evening. Might be the case, might be really the case. Sometimes it's easier to find trains. It's easier to find trains later in the evening because the market tends to, it has more information for you, right? It has information what has been happening in the last, I don't know, 5 hours, and then it makes it more clear to understand what's the probabilities, where the market has direction, what I want to say. I was up like 2k in the past 2 days, but gave back like 800 from 3 trades on my evil. Sucks because of trailing drawdown, but you just need to stay patient. Patience is really the key in this market. It really is the key. There is nothing else in this winning streak. I tell you guys, nothing else in this winning streak. I mean, it's fucking real, right? This winning streak is 4 months. 4 months of winning streak. And what I'm trying to say is there's nothing else that I can say is the reason for this winning streak than patience. And you have seen this on stream as well. I've been impatient in my trades, and as soon as I'm impatient with my entries, then I get cooked. Market really cooks me as soon as I stay impatient in this market. So patience is the biggest success factor. If you combine patience with risk management, that's it, you're profitable, honestly. Because if you have a patience, that means you have patience to wait for a really good setups. And now if you combine this with the risk management, boom, you have two the best. You're closing into the orb again, and that's why I said, like, it's really hard. You chase longs, this happens. You chase shorts. If you chase shorts now, we're probably gonna bounce back, right? So it's really choppy market. But this market kinda okay. From profit to red, from red to profit. That's been the story of this trade, and that's actually good. In a sense, it's good because I'm not losing money, I'm not winning money yet. But we are really struggling to take this orb. We're struggling to break out to the upside on this orb, and we are also struggling to break out to the downside. We are also struggling to break into this orb again. Let's see if we now close the 5-minute candle into this orb. Let's see if we now close the 5-minute candle into this orb. The chop is real, guys. The chop is really real. We are green in this trade, we are red in this trade. Now we're gonna be red again. We were just green in this trade. So we'll see. Also FOMC minutes. FOMC minutes was yesterday, no? FOMC minutes was yesterday. Today is no more FOMC any news. Let me check. No, we don't have any FOMC. We have President Trump speaking at market close, as can be juicy. We had unemployment claims, but nothing major today. We had trade balance. We had a lot of news before the market opened. Always check the news. For me, it's the Forex Factor. It gives you all the economical news, because that's how you don't get caught in those huge wicks that those news can sometimes give you. Okay, let's see. This is a... Can the market close again 5 minutes into the orb, which will keep me in this short once again? We are playing with this orb, we really are. And that honestly makes me... Okay, we closed 5-minute candles into this orb again. Can we now get some movement to the lower side of the orb, or we are going back? Okay, wait, this is new 5-minute candle opening. I mean, that market is choppy. That market is choppy. But it would be like the perfect scenario for my short now is don't close any candles outside of the orb anymore. Like now market needs to kind of start struggling with this orb high, right? You don't want to see this where we close another 5-minute candle outside of the orb. Like it's constant, right? We close outside of the orb, we close inside the orb, we close outside of the orb, and that's then we get this super choppy market where again my trade goes from green to red to green to red to green to red to green to red. There is no really direction for this market. Hourly closing 4 minutes, yeah, that's what I'm kind of aware as well, that the hourly candle is closing. If the hourly candle is closing, be ready for be ready for some wild wicks. Be ready to new hourly candle open, old hourly candle close, especially when it's 4-hour candle open close. Be ready for everything for one moment. This market is really undecisive. This market is really undecisive so far. Are we gonna close another 5-minute candle outside of the orb? Man, that would honestly suck. Not only for my trade, but just overall, like what market wants to do today. Let's see how the hourly candles look like. Yeah, this market is it's not giving us any confirmation whatsoever in any sense, right? Doesn't give us confirmation to stay in the short. It gives us confirmation, don't get me wrong. We close 5-minute candle into the orb, which is the whole trade idea why I entered into this trade. And then we close outside of the orb, which takes away the trade, but at the same time we are not breaking out to the upside, which would like validate the normal orb breakout, right? It's really undecisive market in that sense. It makes it hard to trade. I mean, the best way to trade it is just trade the range until it's not the range, right? We have this choppy range where you kind of you long the range low and you short the range high, and you do it until the range disappears, because at some point we're gonna have direction, don't get me wrong. At some point we're gonna have direction, whether it's up or down, but until then I think the best trades you can take is just don't short the range lows and don't long the range highs, because the chance of us to chop in this range is so high that if you don't have any signs for a breakout, you see, like my trade is plus $45, now it's minus $39. It's really like dancing around my entry, not doing anything much. Higher time frame is bearish. Again, that's why my bias is in shorts as well. We don't have any high time frame EMAs. We don't have daily 9 EMA. We don't have 1 hour EMAs. We don't have 4 hour EMAs for the bulls. So my bias is bearish as well. But this can change, right? We can take those EMAs today, and then tomorrow we have more bullish bias. But until then, I agree with you, just some guy completely. It is more bearish on a higher time frame. It's just how this, and look at this, we are 42 seconds until this 5-minute candle closes again, and we are again outside of the orb. This is just a, I don't even know what to call this. This is just chop. This is truly choppy market right now. Let me try if I can find a better song. Again, this playlist is not my playlist, it's what YouTube allows me to play to you guys. I can only play you guys copyright free music, and that's what's playing. If you have any good playlist that is copyright free for YouTube. And again, we closed 5-minute candle outside of the orb. Okay, we have the hourly close. Maybe we get the divergence now where one of those indexes takes out this freaking high. Let me see what the rest of the market is doing. In a bullish sense, like you can really make a case for both bulls and bears, right? On bullish, you are above the VWAP. For the bears, you are... God damn, I only have 45 minutes to keep streaming, and then I'm out for the dinner. That really sucks. Let's do this and get back in time for chow. Every time you say chop, that's what I hear. It is choppy market. It is chow, chop. But it's interesting how this market is... I mean, market does what market does, right? Market doesn't care what we think about the market. Market doesn't care if we feel bearish or bullish. Market does exactly what it wants. And right now it truly doesn't care about our opinion being bearish. It doesn't care about the orb. It just wants to chop. Where are you trading from and how many contracts are you trading? I'm trading on Topstep. This is Topstep, and the reason why I choose Topstep is because I have 4 accounts. I copy trade 3 accounts, so all the profits are multiplied by 3. So as soon as I take the payout, I can take payout from each account, right? So that means any profit I make is, so if I see like I made 4.2, that's actually 12,000. If I made 5k, that's actually 15,000. If I make 3k, it's actually 9,000. This month it's only almost 2k, so it's 6,000. So that's why I trade on Topstep. And what happened with the trade? I'm still in. The market is choppy. I'm in profit, I'm in loss. I have a rule where I get out, which is this green line. If they simultaneously take out this high, then I don't have divergence, I don't have reason to stay in this trade. If only one of them take this high out and the other one struggles with the same high, I might start to thinking of adding more contracts because I have a new confluence for this trade. But I'm trading on Topstep, and the maximum you see me trade right now I'm with 1 micro. I trade really small size. Again, the reason is I need to win small. Like I need to make 400 or 300 to make 900, right? Or 400 to make 1.2k. So I trade only with 1 micro, 2 micros. Maximum I trade is 4 micros. But it depends on the confluences. It depends how confident I feel. I feel in the trades I like to be minimum with 2 contracts, because then it allows me to scale out and go to break even fairly quickly, right? It's really hard to go break even with 1 contract because you kinda I think you can only trail your stop loss with 1 contract, and goddamn, this market is so undecisive what it wants to do. I usually trade with 2 micros. Does the payout rules look at per account or the total? No, it's per account. It's the way it works is once I request the payout, you request from every single account, and I choose how much. Like you do it one by one. You take 1 account, request the payout. You take another account, request the payout, and then you choose what amount you want to pay out. The maximum you can do in XFA or this funded phase is 50% of the account. So if I will do a payout right now, I will take 3.3 from each account, so 10,000 in total. So you do it one by one. It lets like you do it manually one by one, account by account. So you need 5 days of more than 150. Yeah, you need 5 days more than 150. But usually that rule I ignore, in a sense that since I build my profit so slowly, like 300, 400, 200, whatever the profit is, right? I build it so slowly, it takes me so much time to actually get a really good payout. Like for example, my last payout was when my balance was 7,000. So I took 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, right? So in that sense, it's this market really can't decide what ES closed inside, or man, that market is freaking undecisive. But it's, for me, it really doesn't matter because it takes me so much time to hit, let's say 8,000 balance, so I can take those 4,000 3 times, that I know by the time I take the payout I have filled the 5 days anyway, right? Of course I check if I have done it, but usually like it happens during the time I build the balance for the payout. Apti Combo, hey, how are you? I'm good, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. We are in a trade, but this trade is doing absolutely nothing. Maybe now, maybe now. There is a small like thing inside of me which wants to just close the trade and wait for confirmation, but then I know as soon as I close this trade it will go where I want it wanted it to go for the last 1 hour, right? So that's why I'm not closing this trade even with a slight profit. Kinda like feel like maybe it makes sense to go the break even on this chop, but at the same time I'm waiting with 1 micro, it's okay. You sound like Estonian. I am Estonian, my friend. I am Estonian. I am Estonian. I'm fine, bro. Glad to hear, my friend. Where are you guys from? That's more interesting. I'm from Estonia, that you guys know, but where are you guys from? That's so much more interesting than when I'm from. Who cares where I'm from? Is it dark outside? Yes, I can finally open the curtains. I don't wanna show you the sunlight when it's light outside, because it just makes your stream experience so much worse. Are we finally breaking down? I don't believe anything in this chop anymore. I really don't believe anything in this chop anymore. I think I'm gonna move my profit target to, I want to at least 150 points. Yeah, 150 points. Are we now finally showing some strength to the downside? Man, if it bounces from here, fuck this. Los Angeles. No man, Estonia. Atlanta. Oh wow. You know Atlanta? I love your 21 Savage. I love 21 Savage. I know I mean, you can say he's from UK, right? Man, I'm gonna go into break even. If this chops again, I'm gonna find a new entry. Nah, I'm done with this chop. I go into break even because it looks like it wants to hold the same range again, and I'd rather look for new trade. So I'm gonna go and break even. I'm done with this chop. I'm really done with this chop. But Atlanta, man, I love 21. I have 21 vinyl. I have 21, even like the old, you know, the tape thing that you put in the old radio. I have that 21 thing as well. I love 21 Savage. Bunch of us are like a couple hours away. Yeah, maybe one day we're gonna do a meetup, right? And then some guy at the meetup will be like, since I trade live, you see me winning on stream, you see me losing on stream. So maybe someone is holding a grudge from a really bad trade that I took on a stream. They bet their house on a trade that I took on a stream, and now if I do any kind of meetup and we are out of this trade. God damn, this market is choppy, huh? Unfortunately, we are out with 176. If this market is choppy, what can you do? I felt I needed to go to break even because I can't watch this chop anymore with this trade open. I'd rather find trades at the top of the range or for confirmation. Goddamn, this market is truly choppy. In this trade up 100, you were in the same short and you took the profit. I hope you took the profit because this market is going back in that range, so I'm glad I went to break even. When did you learn English? It's extremely good. I don't think my English is extremely good. I still think that I have a fat ass accent, but thank you, my friend. No, I mean, in Estonia it's quite normal for us to learn English is mandatory since the 2nd grade in our schools, so we start learning English really early. And also, since Estonian language itself is such a small language, we don't have any how to say, like, I saw some people in Germany, right? If you watch movies in Germany, you probably have the audio in Germany as well. Like every movie in Estonia, if it's not Estonian movie, obviously, then if it's any Hollywood movie and so on, everything is in their original language, so you kind of see and hear English all your life when you watch TV or something. And man, what this market wants to do. And I also lived in Dublin in Ireland for 2 years. I used to live in Ireland for 2 years, and then obviously their main language is English as well, so I live in Bologna in Italy. You're welcome in Italy. I just was in Italy, my friend, and thank you for the warm welcome. I was just in Italy. I was in Venice with my girlfriend. Man, Venice was beautiful but expensive. But I honestly love other. Man, fuck this trade if it now goes. But I was in Venice, Italy, and I think I would prefer. Caramba. I say caramba because my girlfriend is Brazilian, so I know few words in Portuguese. I can't hold the conversation in Portuguese, but I can curse you out in Portuguese because that's what I learned from my girlfriend. How to curse someone out. And this case, I'm the victim of that cursing, right? But I think in Italy, Venice is beautiful for a few days. It's historical. It's Venice. It is what it is, right? There's no other city like Venice in the world probably, so it's cool. But I think any other part of Italy, like South Italy, in North, there's so many more beautiful cities, and you get more authentic experience. I think Venice is really touristy, and you really need to find a local place to get the local food experience and so on. Man, this market doesn't have direction once again. I'm glad I closed it, but I know as soon as it starts going, I'm not glad I closed it. We'll see. I'm from South Italy, Toretto, my friend. You are probably from some really beautiful city. Is long not valid today? I think it's hard to say what's valid today. Like, in a sense, you can say longs are valid because we are at the orb high, right? So we might, at some point, we're gonna break out, and then you're gonna be like, oh, longs were so obvious because we were dancing around the orb high. But for me, we also have a bearish bias because we are under those high time frame EMAs. So I would say it's tricky. If you have balls to long, it's not the worst idea. And the reason it's not the worst idea because this yellow line is the New York VWAP, and it's really holding us as a support. So it kind of supports the idea of longs as well. You generally use very wide stops and TPs as well as only few micros, right? How do you find your entries, and how do you use certain confirmations? So in like today is not really ideal scenario to show you really good examples. I can go back in the past, but I can give you a few examples, right? So for example, like my trade ideas, as you said, wide stops, wide TPs as well. That's the thing. If you trade with one micro, you try to catch big moves, because with the small moves you don't really make money unless you make 20 trades per day, right? I could take in 45, I was up maybe $50, right? Take it, try to find now new trade. I just feel that if you trade like super frequently, it's exhausting for your mental. And my general rule is, the more you're exposed to the market, meaning the more you're in a trade, the more chance you have losing money, right? The less time you're exposed to the market, meaning that if you're not in a trade, you can't lose money. So I try to really handpick my trades, and then I will try to run them up as much as I can. For example, if market is super bullish, like let's say the weekly and daily trend is super bullish, then I don't think you can make so much money with one micro, because usually the ATR, meaning how much the one candle moves, is lower. Usually when we are bearish, the market moves in terms of the dollar amounts much more, right? If I go on it's hard to show this right now because look at the daily chart, right? But you see this, when we are bullish, we move like it's the stairs up, elevator down, you know, and then you have like really like aggressive moves down, right? So usually when the market moves down, if you prefer shorts, or if the market gives you more opportunities to short, I think you can really like size down and you can still make money. If market is super bullish, I think it's wiser to maybe add a little bit size, and then you don't have so big TPs in terms of the dollar amount, how much the NQ or ES moves or point amount, but you just go with the trend. And in terms of confluences, it really depends. Like if we get a really trendy day, Like right now we obviously don't have a trend, we are just chopping. I might look for short on this range high because this range high would give me really obvious stop loss, right? It give me outside of this high because it's outside of the range, so that would mean we are not in the range anymore, and I will maybe try to play the range. But if you have a really trendy day, then my confirmation, like I love this is 5 minute. I love 15-minute 9 EMA because usually that's the best trend confirmer. So if you have a bearish day, I will find my entries anywhere where that staircase, which is 9 EMA on 15 minute, and I will just trail my stop loss, or I will check my stop loss based on the fact once we take this 9 EMA again, right? If you take it and we close candle above it, that means my trade idea is invalidated. What did I enter based on? Like there are so many examples how this 15 minute right holds the trend. As soon as it breaks it, then you know you get out. And my overall ideas comes from the fact that how I explain time frames is like, if you like, I'm from Estonia, I don't know if you can see, but it's fucking cold and snowy outside, right? And all our lakes right now are iced out. There's a fat ass ice on every single lake and river right now on Estonia. So how I see the time frames is kind of similar. If the ice is really fat, you need like 200 people to really jump for this ice to get any cracks inside. And that's like my comparison to time frames. Those high time frames only change if you see those cracks in a shorter time frame. And what I mean by that, if I, for example, let me find the real life example. Let me go here. So let's look at, for example, the market is still choppy. If market changes anything, I will go back to the what's happening right now. But anyways, let's look at this place, right? We are on this white staircase, 15-minute 9 EMA. As soon as we break it, we turn into bearish, right? And now you have a bearish trend down, and then you can, if you miss your entries, you can enter on this 9 EMA on this white stairs, because that's like, it confirms your trend on a shorter time frame. I think 15-minute 9 EMA is like amazing trend confirmer, especially if you have a strong trend days. You can just enter based on that, and then you trail your stop loss. But how you kind of crack that ice to know when to enter and when to exit is you go on a shorter time frame. Wait, let me put this. No, this is way too wide. Let me put this part, and then I go on the shorter time frame. So what you can do is, if I go on a 3-minute, let me find it, is since you're waiting for the 15-minute to give you exit or entry signal, right? You can go on a 3 minutes, because the same logic applies on 3 minutes. Like 3-minute 9 EMA needs to hold. If it breaks, that's the first sign the ice is cracking on for the 15-minute, right? And if the 3-minute breaks, you can go on a 5 minutes. If I find the same place, the same thing happens. Okay, so if you're in a long, what you can do is you track your stop loss, or you trade your stop loss based on that 9 EMA, but you can on 15-minute, but you can check earlier warning signs based on the fact that, let's say 3 minutes is breaking that 9 EMA. They're like, okay, if 3 minutes is starting to crack, there are some warning signs that we might start to crack on 15 minutes as well. So then you go on 5 minutes and you see, okay, 5 minutes is cracking as well. That's telling you a story that we are making the crack in the ice a little bit bigger, right? There's more people jumping on the ice, but it's not really breaking it. And then you have maybe 9 minutes. I use 9 minutes for some reasons. But then you have 9 minutes breaking as well. And then you're like, okay, we broke the trend on 3 minutes. We broke the trend on 5 minutes. We broke the trend on 9 minutes. Now the 15 minutes will be your stop loss or the final test. If that breaks as well, then you have all the signs that we broke the trend on a 15-minute time frame. And then this translates into longer time frame as well, right? If 15-minute breaks, then you look when is the next, so to say, stop in 1 hour, and then you like, that's how I always see. Wait. Now the market, give me 1 second. The market is getting interesting. But I kind of develop the stories with the time frames, and then I use different confluences. We might see one really good confluence right now. Do you see what's happening? We are taking out this high, this previous high on NQ, while ES is not even close. So what you can do right now, look at this. Wait. I might, yep, I'm jumping into short again because perfect, let me see. So now the reason why I jumped into short, because I'm hoping this divergence will play. And what I mean by that is ES NQ made, I mean it's a small high, right? It's a higher high, but it's a small high. It's a small divergence, but this gives me so my trade idea is valid until ES takes out the same high. Then we don't have divergence. Until this doesn't happen, I'm confident that there might be divergence, and it's really simple, so to say. You have a really simple understanding when your trade idea is invalidated. In my case, if ES struggles to take this green high, which NQ took now, that's like, it gives me really a good plan. Okay, if ES takes out this high, I'm not gonna stay in my short. If ES doesn't take this high, I might like start looking to scale, because that divergence become much stronger. But we'll see how ES acts, because ES is approaching that high but not taking it yet. We'll see. Man, that divergence would be beautiful, and it gives me really clear understanding where my trade idea is invalidated. Let's see what else. The accent is good, I like it. Thank you. I'm short target, so you're short a little bit early, but I think it's like I think my view of the market right now is, if ES doesn't take out that high, the green high, the shorts are good. We might need to take some pain on NQ, because NQ is still climbing while ES is not climbing, but the divergence might be enough to play out the short on a longer, little bit on a longer time frame. What else we had? I'm from South Italy. I don't think shit is valid right now. Market has stayed in the same 60 point range. Yeah, we're super choppy, but this divergence is probably the best thing that has happened so far to maybe give idea for shorts. Everything depends on ES right now. Right? This chart on the left, if ES takes out this green thing, I'm gonna remove this on NQ now, because it's not valid anymore on NQ. I know it's being taken out, right? I can throw even a trend line that it's taken out while ES is struggling. So that's my divergence. But if ES breaks it, if ES breaks that green high, then I'm gonna close my trade, take whatever. I'm 5-10 points right now in the loss. It's fine, and that's why I played the small size as well. I can kind of preempt a possibly really good entry, right? If this divergence plays out, we're gonna probably fly down like hard, right? If this stays, the longer it stays and we start breaking down, the stronger this short comes, at least in my strategy book. But we'll see. Right now NQ is still, is it pushing? We'll see. Naples, city of Maradona. Man, Naples is beautiful. Man, Italy itself is so beautiful. Italy itself is so beautiful. But Toretto, you are a lucky man. Naples is a beautiful city. How much is the temperature in Naples right now? I'm going to short one contract if it goes to 24,958. I think we went there, right? Okay, so you're also in the short. Yeah, I think if you're in the short, it's really simple to know when you shouldn't stay in the short. As soon as ES takes out that high, it doesn't make sense to stay in the short. Now the 15-minute 9 EMA is broken both on NQ and ES. Is it signal for long? It kinda is, but I play this divergence because again, like, if you look on a higher time frame, man, we are bearish on a higher time frame on those EMAs, right? So any trend up, man, yesterday was a nice bounce, but any trend up is, I think it's just to flush out some early shorters, pay people into longs, and then it's GG for longs. And let me see now, man, if that divergence starts to play out, I can really get some nice profits from this trade. But I'm never celebrating anything before it happens, because right now we don't have confirmations yet. But I just, Toretto, your question is super valid and you are kinda right, but I can't have a bullish bias until we don't take those high time frame EMAs back. I can't, like, it goes against my rules, right? Like even right now you see the NQ is really struggling with the 9 EMA on the daily. On 4 hour we are far away from those. Like for you to be super bullish on the market, you wanna be above those EMAs. Same with 9 hour, right? You like it's not doing it so far. Like the first sign that we might be a little bit bullish is of course take the stairs back, the 9 EMA. Let the 4 hour take the stairs back, hold it as a support, which we kind of like did here, and then we came back. It's I still favor shorts until this happens. And even this 200 EMA on 1 hour, like we had a fake out yesterday that we reclaimed 200 EMA on 1 hour, boom, we are back inside. We got rejected today. Now we are close to it again. So the shorter time frames are saying we are bullish, but the higher time frame is still favoring shorts in a sense. What account do you suggest I start with on Dubstep? 50k to 100k? I mean, like how it depends on your oh man, that divergence is starting to play out, guys. This divergence is starting to play out. Like, let me show you guys. This might be, I don't celebrate trades before they happen. Like, goddamn, I hate getting ahead of any trade, because that trade idea can be, it can disappear any moment, right? If ES takes out this green high, but god damn, we are now 50 points in profit. Okay, now it's getting really interesting, guys. It's getting really interesting. We can really play this. Can we please hit the TP before I go on a dinner? Man, that timing will be amazing. Let's take some momentum. Let's gain some momentum, my dear market. Let's gain more. We are definitely gaining nice momentum, but we are at the orb high right now, so we might as well bounce from here. But man, that divergence, guys, that divergence, we'll see. I don't celebrate trades before they hit my TP, right? I can't celebrate trades before they hit TP. You know the general rule, don't, if you take screenshot from your trade, also take profits. Usually when you want to screenshot your trade, that's usually a sign that you should also take some profits. And that's why I don't want to say that this is gonna play out nicely. But man, I feel that we really nailed that so far. We are choppy market again. I'm not celebrating until it happens, but this will be a juicy trade. We will 176 points, 177 points. I got such a nice entry on this one, feels good. Yeah man, that divergence, man, are we actually now breaking down? This is so far it's beautiful, but again, I don't like to celebrate trades before they hit, right? You don't want to, but we kind of top tick this until it's not top tick. I just hope we don't chop anymore. Like, I really hope we are out of this choppy market or the choppiness. Yeah, we are opening 15-minute candle, which is why I'm not worrying about this trade. We are maybe just making the top wick of the new 15-minute candle. I really hope we are, because I need to go really soon. I need to go in 15 minutes. I need to leave at 45, otherwise I'm late for my dinner. So I really hope that we're not gonna chop until my dinner. That would honestly suck. February always as price action. I agree with you, my friend. I agree. I mean, I would say we have had ass price action since December. Even if I'm on a winning streak, I'm not gonna deny that if you look on a daily time frame, it's actually since October, right? But it's not the best. Man, we are again bouncing back. This market doesn't give us breaks with those bounces. I really hope we're not gonna chop anymore. I hope we now finally, we had some nice volume on the last selling candle. I really hope we're gonna get some volume, because right now this it wants to go back outside of the orb, which would honestly suck. It will really suck for this trade. We close another 5-minute candle into this orb and you're like, nice, the trade idea is getting validated on multiple fronts, and now you are back on the freaking chop, man. That market doesn't give us any room, any direction outside of this chop. It really doesn't. Let's hope it changes. Really hope it changes now. I really hope that we're not gonna have another choppy chop here, and yeah, it's. Are we dead ass? Are we serious? I told you guys, we can't celebrate trade before it hits our TP. Yeah, that have a nice evening as well. Yeah, that means nice. Have a nice evening in Estonia. You too, my friend. Come on. Come on, what a range day. Like, we are on a daily time frame. We just look, we are on daily time. I really hope this is a 15-minute wick that we're gonna leave. I mean, I need to go exactly when this 15-minute candle closes, so let's have some breakdown. This can be a nice wick on this 15-minute candle, and then we break down. Might be the case, we'll see. Man, it's a choppy market, but we have a nice entry, so we have reasons to stay in this trade, and I have a really clear understanding where I should get out of the trade, right? But ES needs to break down now. ES really needs to, like, let's punish people who shorted on the FOMO with this candle and then break down, right? We don't want another range. We really don't. We want direction in this market. Range is no fun, and it's difficult. It's not difficult. It's just. I took IB the VWAP. Nice trade, my friends. Nice trade. Oh my god, we are going back. I mean, that's the market for you some days. It gives you hopes, it gives you dreams, and then it crushes it by doing nothing, by staying in the range. Are we actually gonna go back up really? From that kind of red candle we bounce back like so strongly. I don't want to go into another break even, but I feel that's the play here. And then just wait for new. God damn, we have 2 break evens. Those bounces are. They are painful, right? They really are painful. It gives you so much false hope, and then. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into break even again on this trade. We'll see. Did it ever happen to you when you were new to trading? By Thursday, Friday, I got really nice feeling for trading, and come Monday, I feel like I forgot everything again. Oh yeah. I think trading is like driving a car. As soon as you the time frames are different, right? If I don't drive a car for a few months, the first 10 minutes feel really strange. It feels like I have forgotten how to drive a car, right? And I think in trading it's the same. It's just, it doesn't take you a few months to feel it. It takes you maybe 2 days. But you really sometimes feel it in trading. Like, you don't trade for even for few days, you come back to the markets and you're like, wait, I need to get used to this shit. But of course, it still happens. Even now when I was in Venice for a few days, coming back to my computer and trading on my computer, it's a little bit takes time to get used to it. And man, I never say market what to do, but go down, you son of a whatever you think you are. It's time to end the chop. We chopped enough. We chopped for 2 hours now. It's time to hit a nice trade and really like finish our choppiness pain. Man, if this candle turns around, I might give up on this market today. Can we now break down? Can we now break down? We have 8 minutes until I need to end the stream, 8 minutes until this 15-minute candle closes. I really hope this was a really nasty top wick on this new 15-minute candle, and we actually have it's tempting to just close and wait for new entry, but at the same time my entry is so good that it makes sense to just stay in break even and then find a new entry, right? I don't want to close for a little bit of profits and then see it go to my initial TP and then be like, why did I close prematurely? 16 degrees in Naples? Damn. It feels like in Estonia, I'll tell you what's Estonia right now. The feels like temperature right now is minus 14. So our difference is 20 degrees. You are plus 12, we are minus 14. Man, I have such a high hopes for these 15-minute candles to switch around and be like, fuck this chop, we are now going down. Can we? Can we? Can we? I promise you, market, I will never talk anything bad about you if we now don't chop anymore. I promise you, market. I'm never gonna say anything bad to you ever again. I'm gonna treat you good from now on, forever. If you just stop the chop and break down. Fuck that low, way too cold. Yeah, it's especially when we went to Venice, we didn't use our winter jackets because it didn't make sense to take them to Venice, and like as soon as you came off from the plane, oh boy, that was cold. With, so to say, the spring jacket it was minus 20 yesterday. That feels like no fun in that. We have -1 in northern Germany. -1 is handleable, like you handle it, right? You don't hate your life when you're outside. With -20, you really, there's no fun in being outside. You're in survival mode. You're just trying to survive. And that market is testing me a lot. But this 15-minute candle, can it leave a really nasty top wick? Because the thing is, this 15-minute candle, it really doesn't have a bottom wick. So we have a chance that this candle will just leave a fat top wick and have a nice breakdown. This market, it kind of reminds me one day last week where we didn't have major breakdowns and then we really dumped the next day. So maybe it's also the same. Those big orders are pushing the market down in several cases. Then there's some buying and then they sell again on the same price and they kind of unload the orders, and tomorrow we're really gonna send it down. Okay, this 15-minute candle is developing nicely now. But we need to break this last low, right? ES, nice. ES is doing what we need. Okay, never mind. You don't have direction. What should I buy with the profit of 10 USD that I made today? Probably weed. No, I can't recommend that on YouTube. I don't know, a sandwich. Depends on your prices. I saw, wait, I missed a really good message earlier. I saw it with one now in Thailand, was in New York for almost 23 years. Man, I love Thailand. We spent 4 months with my girlfriend in Thailand. How can you not love that country? Thailand is truly... Is weed legal in Estonia? No, I never smoked weed in my life. I don't know. I don't do illegal things. But no, it's not legal. Unfortunately. I'll go to the coffee shop. Man, fuck you for having a coffee shop. If we had a coffee shop in Estonia, man, yeah, we don't have that luxury. Our coffee shop is some shady guy that you need to meet with -20 outside. I'm not saying I ever do. I never meet those guys. Don't get me wrong, guys. That's just, I have heard stories. That's all. But our coffee shop, yeah, is meeting some shady guy. Probably screwing some in his pet. Don't expose me like that. Actually, this low is interesting for TP. YM really betters. RTI tested high and failed again. Oh, I love those conferences. But I need to finish the stream in maybe I can do 5 more minutes. I never meet them. I need to learn. Today I'm meeting with my family for dinner. Yeah, I haven't seen my family for a few months. I think few months. But we have a family dinner and not meeting anyone shady today. I never do, guys. Come on. We are family friendly stream here, right? We don't meet shady people. We don't go to coffee shops. We just try to make money on the markets and we spend it on legal things. Let's see. You know, one of the streamers, or one of the guys who I learned trading early on, was Bare Naked Crypto. He's a crypto trader, but man, that guy didn't give restaurant, not home cooking. That guy didn't give a fuck. He was streaming how he didn't trade live, right? He was just discussing markets, but that guy was just smoking bong on a stream, trading. And then I was like I don't inspire to be like him, to smoke a bong on a stream or whatever, right? I don't see the need for it. And again, I don't smoke, again, you know. But the point, like, it was when I started trading or started to learn about trading, and when I saw that he's a little bit chubby guy, right? I'm not gonna call him fat, but he's a little bit bigger guy, and he was just smoking pong on a stream, and he didn't give any fucks. And like that moment, I realized what's the best thing about trading. It's not that you can smoke on a stream. Again, I don't think it's really like, whatever, anyone, whatever floats their boat, right? But the point that I got from that was, or what like inspired me in a sense, was like, man, in trading, if you make money, you really don't need to give a fuck what you do. Like, of course, like if you don't do anything like super stupid, man, look at that, we really left a nasty wick on that 15 minute. And now we go back up. I'm getting it. Let's hold it. Yes, we are holding this. We are definitely holding this. I'm going for this low. But man, if it stops me out now at break even, I will be furious. But anyways, yeah, that stream was like, you're not gonna see me smoking pong on a stream. Like, that's, I have my own thoughts about this, but it's just like, it really showcased what trading is, and trading is freedom. And I think, like, money aside, money is cool, but in the end, money makes us happy because it gives us freedom, right? And I think like that's the beauty of trading, that it gives us a choice to express ourselves however we want. I want to express myself as someone who doesn't sell you a course and shows you transparently my trades and doesn't hide anything and doesn't sell you anything and just gives you everything that I learned about the markets for free. Because again, my inspiration to do content is because I wish that there was someone who told me the things that I am telling you guys. Like, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I wish there was someone who told me things that at the beginning, right? Or at any point when I learned something and I was like, holy shit, if I knew this before, it would have taken me much less to be a profitable trader or make money in the markets. But whatever your purpose is, if you make money in trading consistently, if you're actually profitable like for years or whatever, you really don't need to give a fuck about anything. Like, you can express yourself how you want. Again, I'm not extreme person. I don't give you any extreme views. I'm not gonna, I don't know, run naked on the street or go protest, or, you know, I don't do like any stupid shit. But trading gives you freedom to do it, because who's gonna stop you to make money? You can still make money as long as you do legal stuff, right? If you take a commie, no one will know. I mean, we have a lot of subscriber goals in YouTube to celebrate, right? We have a lot of subscriber goals to YouTube to celebrate, and who knows? Let's see how this hourly candle. Man, that divergence really played out, huh? We took a really nice trade on stream. If you're still holding, you're in profit. If you took the same trade, makes sense to maybe take some profit. I might close this trade because I don't want to keep my trade open when I'm a thinner. We'll see. Okay guys, but next step is 2,000 subscribers. Indeed guys, I really now need to go because I need to have 5 minutes to kind of get ready as well. I need to go take a piss as well, and then we'll see where this. Goddamn, I really want to hit the TP. Maybe we go a little bit lower TP and just hit it for the stream. But I'm gonna get call at any minute now that they are downstairs waiting for me, and then I really need to go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We took some banger ass trade today. It's up more than 100 points taken on stream. Again, 100-point trades taken. The first trade was difficult. We got out at break even, but now you're up 100 points if you copy traded, which I never advise. But what a nice stream. Love you guys all. Thank you for supporting, and I see you guys tomorrow. We are live again tomorrow, and I appreciate every single one of you so fucking much. Love you guys.